I think it worked. Oh my goodness. We'll wait for the woo. Woo! Mayumi is here! Hello, good to see you, Mr. Nemo. Good to see you as well. Oh my goodness, that was scary. That was scary. My phone didn't work. Yeah, my phone worked. I couldn't get on stupid Instagram to do my show. I was so scared. William is here. Hello. Hello. We made it. We made it. Technical difficulties. Who would have guessed? But we're here. I'm glad to see everybody today. I hope you're doing well. I, of course, have lost my glasses. I have my emergency glasses here. I don't know what's going on. November kicked in, and all of a sudden everything's going kaflooey. Let's hope that's not going to continue tomorrow, if you know what I mean. So I want to know, who's worried about the election? Anybody worried about the election coming up tomorrow? I am a little. I'm a little worried about the election tomorrow. Of course, I'm always worried about the future. So today, we're going to talk about some phrases that we use to describe the future. And hopefully we'll use these phrases tomorrow to describe the great future we will all be walking towards together. I'm going to share a little election news with you. Here's an interesting fact. Here's something interesting that I learned. Did you know that today is the anniversary of the very first computer virus? How crazy is that? 1988. From Cornell University, there was a student. His name was Robert Morris. Student. Right? He was doing work for a class. He was trying to figure out something for a class. In fact, what he wanted to do, he wanted to measure the size of the internet. How big was the internet? Hello, Deeza. Good to see you today. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing great. Happy Wednesday. Time will tell who becomes the next president. That is true, Mr. Nemo. That is true. Very little time at that. Very little time. Robert Morris wanted to measure the size of the internet. He wanted to count how many computers were on the internet. So he created a program that was able to find a computer, load itself onto the computer, and then use that computer to find another computer to load itself on. And then it would be able to count all of the computers it was able to copy itself onto and give us the answer to the question, how big is the internet? There was a design flaw, and the program spread widely. Oh my goodness, this program infected all sorts of computers. Ultimately, it infected about 6,000 computers. Absolutely crazy. Because he wasn't even trying to infect computers. Even though it was an accident, the Morris worm caused a lot of damage, and so Robert Morris was convicted of computer fraud and abuse. Yeah. After appeals, he was to 3 years of probation and 400 hours of community service. He had to pay a fine of $10,000. Yeah. That was the very first computer virus created. Hey, let's celebrate birthday. Have a great birthday happening today. Happy birthday. 1734 was the year. His name is Daniel Boone, the American frontiersman and adventurer. Another really good thing about Daniel Boone, he was also the hero of a 1950s TV show called Daniel Boone, starring a guy named Fess Parker, and it had a great theme song. I don't really know the TV show. I've heard of it, of course, but the song is great. Daniel Boone was a man. He was a big man. Great song. Daniel Boone was a man. Go on YouTube, find the song, listen to the song. Happy birthday to President James Polk. 1795 is when he was born. James Polk was the 11th President of the United States. And also happy birthday to President Warren G. Harding, also born November 2nd, but in 1865, he was the 29th President of the United States. Happy birthday, Mr. David Schwimmer. You know him as Ross from Friends. He was a pretty good friend. He was born on this day in 1966, but I would like to wish a very special birthday, born in 1927, to Mr. Steve Ditko. Steve Ditko worked with Stan Lee, and together they created such comic book characters as The Incredible Hulk. Pretty good, huh? Doctor Strange. Oh, not bad. Steve Ditko helped make Doctor Strange. Steve Ditko also helped create the comic book character Spider-Man. He does whatever a spider can. Happy birthday to Mr. Steve Ditko. Anybody else out there have a birthday? If you have a birthday, let me know, because I would like to celebrate you. You tell me you have a birthday and I will wish you the happiest of all possible birthdays. Of course, that's not why you are here. Oh, no. You are here for the word of the day. Yes, my friends, it is time. I am going to share with you a word that we can use in the English-speaking world. And I hope that this word is not too powerful for you. Is that a hint? Is that a clue? Is that information that could help you discover what our word of the day means? Why, yes, it is. Our word of the day today is a verb. It's a verb. It's a great verb. Mr. William is telling us that his birthday is on Saturday. Saturday, November 7th. We'll definitely have to celebrate that on Friday, November 6th. Our word of the day today is a verb. Our word of the day today is depute. Depute. No S in that word. Oh, no. Depute. Let me give you that spelling. D-E-P-U-T-E. Depute. It's a verb, and it means to transfer power to a different person. To transfer power to another person. To depute. The purpose of presidential elections is to depute power peacefully. The peaceful deputation of power. That's what presidential elections are about. Depute, here's your spelling. D-E-P-U-T-E. Now, some of you who like cowboy movies, you might recognize a similar word, deputize. Deputize means to give police powers to someone. This word is definitely related to depute. Depute, but a little bit different. It means transferring power to someone, not necessarily police powers. Nemo is asking a question. Chris, do you know what time they will publish the election results? No, is the short answer. The short answer is no. Unfortunately, I do not. Many states do not allow us to announce anything until the polls close, until all of the voting stops. And the reason for that is so that we don't accidentally affect people's voting choices by telling them who's in the lead or who's ahead or who's behind. The polls in California will close, I believe, at 7 o'clock. So we will start getting the first numbers in from California probably about 7:15, 7:30. We will start getting some information about the presidential election. We'll start seeing poll numbers come in probably around 5 o'clock San Diego time. And those will be some of the East Coast results. We'll start seeing those coming in first. And those are good. That'll be good, because we'll start seeing Pennsylvania, Ohio, Florida, Georgia, both Carolinas. We'll start seeing those results come in early, about 5 p.m. San Diego time. And depending on how those numbers come in, that will get a clue. Not a total answer, but a clue to how the rest of the night will go. Of course, tomorrow during our show, we're going to talk a lot about all of this, about this process. The manager was sent home, and his responsibilities were deputed to his assistant. Were deputed, I just used passive voice. Be, were, there's my be verb, were, and my past participle. The past participle of depute is deputed, add the ed. Very good. Now it's your turn. Do you have a sentence using our word of the day? Depute, the verb, to transfer power to another person, like we hopefully will be doing tomorrow, or beginning tomorrow. Let me know. Before we talk about the election fully, I want to take a moment and give a very special thank you and a remembrance to Sir Thomas Sean Connery. Sir Sean Connery, was an actor. He was born in Scotland, and he gained recognition as being the first actor to portray James Bond in the movies. The first movie he was in portraying James Bond was Dr. No, a great movie. But I think probably my favorite James Bond movie with Sean Connery was Thunderball. It was a great one. Possibly On Her Majesty's Secret Service. That was a good one too. Or You Only Die Twice. So many good ones. So many good James Bond movies, and so many good James Bond movies with Sean Connery. Sean Connery was born in, I don't know when he was born, but he started playing Bond in 1962. The last time he played James Bond was in 1983. And he died at the age of 90. What a great run. And thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me so much entertainment. Not just James Bond, Dragonheart, Hunt for Red October. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Outlander. If you liked High Noon, you probably liked the space version called Outlander. Highlander. That was another one that I really liked. He did so many great movies. He gave me such great entertainment. Thank you, Sir Sean Connery. How about some election news? Nemo was asking about the election. Nothing left to do but wait. 90 million Americans have already voted. Now, this is not the first time that people in the United States have voted early. We've always had early voting in parts of the United States. However, 90 million people have already voted in early voting. This is more than voted early in the last election or in any other election. It's crazy how many people have already voted. We expect about 200 million people to vote in total, and we already have 90 million votes cast. That means we're almost half there. I'm excited. LA, good to see you today. I hope you're doing well. We're talking a little bit about the election. The election's tomorrow, thank goodness. Thank goodness. You guys have no idea how much election mail I have received. I should have saved it, but really I just put it straight into the recycling. It's crazy. Joe Biden is still leading in the national polls. He is leading by about 10 percentage points. Most of the time I would think to myself, wow, this is done. Why do we even vote? It's already decided. But that's not how it's working this year. Especially since it's a national poll, and we all know by now we don't elect the president by a national vote. It's vote by state. Today, Joe Biden is focusing on the states of Ohio and Pennsylvania in an area that we call the Rust Belt. These are some of the states where we have our factories, our manufacturing, especially cars. President Trump, he's on board Air Force One, the presidential airplane, because he has a lot of places he needs to visit. He's going to be in North Carolina. He's going to be in Michigan. He's going to be in Wisconsin and Pennsylvania. Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, again, those are across the Rust Belt. He's losing in most of those states. I think he might be ahead by 1 point in North Carolina right now. That's not a big margin. In a state that a Republican is supposed to win, by a huge amount. Tomorrow, I'm going to do my morning show. Just like 24 hours from now, you'll get to see me doing here. I'll go, woo, I'll drink my coffee out of my cup. I'll have a crazy time. But I'm pretty sure tomorrow evening, for people who are interested, I'll probably come on Instagram a little bit as the presidential returns start coming in. Answer any questions that you guys might have about the process and what's happening. I told another friend of mine, maybe I'll do this, maybe I won't, who knows. I'm going to have 2 bottles of alcohol. One will be a bottle of champagne for celebration, and one will be a bottle of Jack Daniels for depression. We'll watch the returns come in, and we'll see which bottle of alcohol I open and consume. Probably not, but we'll see, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? But, you know, this is all about the future. The American election is all about the future direction of my country, the future direction of our world. And in honor of talking about the future, I thought that I would share with all of you 10 phrases that we can use to talk about the future. William likes my my alcohol idea, I think. He's laughing at it. Maybe he'll join me. You know, it just takes 2 bottles, and you just have to watch the news, and the news will tell you which one to pop open. Here you go. 10 phrases that we can use to talk about the future. Any day now. It'll happen any day now. This is a great phrase we use, and it means that something will happen soon. Any day now. It'll happen any day now. Yeah, I'll go to the doctor any day now. I keep telling myself. I'll clean my house any day now. Actually, something that lockdown is really good for is cleaning your house. I found that out. It's right around the corner. A corner is a physical place, but we can use the idea of a corner to talk about the future. If something is right around the corner, it means it's going to happen soon. It's going to happen soon. A very short time in the future. Another phrase we use to talk about something that happens a short time in the near future is in the near future. To talk about the near future is a future that is close to us, not far away. In the near future, we will know the election results. The very near future. Yeah, about 36 hours from now, we'll start getting information. Here is a phrase that we use to talk about the future. We can talk about something that will or will not happen in our lifetimes. If something will happen in our lifetimes, we think it will happen before our natural time to die. For example, I believe that we will have a colony on the moon in my lifetime. I think it will happen before I die. So come on, science, get to it. Come on. I'm not sure we will have a colony on Mars in my lifetime. We won't have a colony on Mars in my lifetime. That makes me a little sad, but I'm still hoping to drink the champagne and not the Jack Daniels. A sign of things to come. If we want to say that something we see now is a clue to what the future will be like, we will say it's a sign of things to come. We can look at the polls, the presidential polls, and we can say they are a sign of things to come. Joe Biden is leading by 10 points. Maybe that's a sign that he will win the election. Not a guarantee, just a sign. Let's see. The Padres will win the World Series in Williams' lifetime. We can hope. We can only hope. You know what? This is a phrase that we use to talk about the future. And it's not on my list, but thank you, William. It's a good one. There's always next year. There's always next year. There's always next season. In sports, when we are sad that our team did not get as far as we had hoped, but we think in the future they'll do better, There's always next year. There's always next season. Maddie, good to see you, sir. I hope you're doing well. Today we are talking about phrases for talking about the future. I'm counting the days. I'm counting the days. If we are excited about something that's going to happen in the future, we can say, I'm counting the days. Yeah, how many days is it until Thanksgiving? Oh my goodness, it's only 24 days until Thanksgiving. Oh, I'm counting the days until I get to eat turkey. Don't worry, Nemo, I haven't forgotten. I have not forgotten. I'm working on a menu for Nemo. My friend and student Nemo, he has told me, and I'm very happy, he is going to cook Thanksgiving dinner. This is a great thing. I love cooking Thanksgiving dinner. It's one of my favorite meals to cook. So I have promised Nemo that I will come up with a menu for his Thanksgiving dinner that will include turkey and mac and cheese and stuffing and, what else do we have? We have the mashed potatoes. We have the gravy. Oh, you can't have Thanksgiving without the gravy, Nemo. You got to make the gravy. So not only am I going to share this menu with Nemo, I'm going to share it with all of you so that anyone who wants to make their own Thanksgiving dinner, you will have the power. How many days is it after COVID? How many days is it after COVID? I'm not sure I understand that question, Maddie. To be cured from COVID, if you contract COVID, I think you're supposed to wait 14 days before you start hanging around with people. I'm counting. Oh, maybe you're counting down the days. I'm counting down the days until COVID is gone. I'm counting down the days until I have that COVID vaccine. That's a good idea, Maddie. Thank you. Yeah. Sooner or later. That's a great phrase. If we say that something will happen sooner or later, we're saying that something will 100% happen in the future. Maybe it will happen in the close near future, but maybe it will happen farther down in the future, sooner or later, but it will happen. William's telling us he is counting down the days until COVID is gone. Oh my goodness, aren't we all? Aren't we all counting down those days? I'm counting too. Don't skip any of those numbers though. We all have to be patient. Make sure that it's gone so that we can be healthy and safe as we go back into our worlds. And don't worry, COVID will be gone. Sooner or later, it will be gone. Talking about the future. I'll get around to it. Oh, I like this one. I'll get around to it. Talks about my intention to do something in the future. Something I'm supposed to do, probably a responsibility that I was supposed to do already in the past. But don't worry, it will get done. I will get around to it. I will do it sometime in the future. Maddie is saying, or humanity will be gone. Yeah, I don't know, Maddie. I don't like COVID. I don't like coronavirus. I want it to go away. I don't think it's going to take out all of humanity. I don't think it's going to take out all of the human race, but it'll take out enough of us. If we don't do the right things, it will take out enough of us that it will cause big problems. So, what do? Wash our hands. Don't go into crowds. Maintain social distance. If you are outside of your house, wear your mask. We do these things, we have a little bit of control. We can help the coronavirus go away if we do the things we're supposed to do. So do what we're supposed to do. I do. I try. I'll get around to it. Say that to the president. Tell it to the president. I know. You know, some people you just can't tell things to, right? Some people just don't listen. Some people, their English skill is at a high level, but their listening comprehension skill very low. I don't understand. I'll do it right away. Or a better way to say this idea, I'll get right on it. I'll get right on it is a phrase we use to mean I'm going to do something right now. I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to hesitate. I'm not going to postpone. I'm not going to procrastinate. I'll get right on it. But sometimes we use this phrase sarcastically, right? Somebody tells you to do something that you don't want to do, and you look at them, you say, yeah, I'll get right on it. And then you start reading your magazine or flipping through your phone. I'll get right on it. Our last phrase for talking about the future is a great one. It means we don't know what will happen in the future, but we'll find out. Time will tell. Time will tell. That's a phrase that we use, and it means right now I don't have the answer. Right now I don't know the solution. But in the future, we will all find the answers and the solutions together. Will Donald Trump remain president of the United States? I don't know. Time will tell. Will Joe Biden win the presidency? I don't know. Time will tell. There are some things that it's just impossible for us to say with certainty right now. But I promise you, at some point in the future, we will all find the answers together. So, buck up. Stay happy, stay positive. Because honest and true, no matter what happens tomorrow, we're still in this world altogether. And hopefully, we will make it a better world altogether. That's what I got. That's what I got. Anybody have any questions for me? Anybody have any questions about the election, about the first internet virus that was launched on this day in 1988? Any questions about Steve Ditko, who has his birthday today, 1927 he was born. He helped create Spider-Man. Any questions about Steve Ditko? Anybody have a sentence using our word of the day, depute, to transfer power to another person? For example, transferring power from a sitting president to a new president. I would like to see some deputation in the near future. Happy memory to Mr. Sir Sean Connery. Have I voted? Maddie's asking, hey, Chris, did you vote? Did I vote? Take a look at this, Mr. Maddie. Take a look at this. It says I voted. If you read it the right way, it says I voted. If you read it the wrong way, it says Ditovi. Yeah, Ditovi. But yes, I voted last week. Some friends and I had a Zoom meeting with our ballots, and we went over our ballots. We went over all of the initiatives that we had to decide on, and we talked about them back and forth. We read about them. We went online. We read about them. We did our homework. We did our due diligence. And that was last Tuesday. So I voted last Wednesday. I went out the next day. I'm pretty happy with my vote. I'm pretty happy with my vote, Maddie. I'll let you know how I did. Yes, thank you, Mr. Sean Connery, our very first James Bond. Any other questions? I'm going to see you guys again tomorrow. We'll talk a lot about this election tomorrow. I'll see you guys in the morning, and I will probably see you guys in the evening tomorrow to talk about what's happening with the election as well. Until then, I hope everyone has a marvelous Monday, a notable November, a wonderful week. I'll look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Until then, please remember, my name is Chris. I love you all. Go away.